Here we are at First State Lanes with the championship match. Bowlers Gazette Handicap Singles Classic. The ladies, 170 and up. And Lenora Mullins is our first bowler. And she gets a 7 count. This is going to be a scratch match. Both our ladies went into the tournament with the same average. That's Beverly Houston and Lenora Mullins. And Lenora makes her spare in the first. Beverly Houston coming up. Beverly qualified at First State Lanes. Our tournament ran for 11 big weekends starting in Christmas, and it finished up Memorial Weekend. And the semifinals were held at First State on June 20th. And then we go right into the TV finals. Beverly Houston starts out with a strike. Beverly is single. She has one child. She started bowling in 1973. She got interested in bowling when she moved to Delaware. Ooh, looked like a good ball, an 8-10 for Beverly Houston. Beverly has been a state team champion 3 times, a city team champion, and TNBA team champion twice. She's won the city doubles and the U.S. Open qualifying, and she loves the game of bowling. It's a passion. And she got one of those pins. Gives her 28 through 2. And we have Lenora Mullins. She's engaged. Started bowling in 1986 in the youth program at Blue Hen. And a 5 count. 3, 5, 6, 9, 10. Is looking at Lenora in the second frame. Her high series is 721, 268 is her high game. Got interested in bowling through her father. And it fell. She didn't get to see it, but the 10 pin did fall. She made the spare. Lenora qualified twice in our tournament. She qualified in Seaford, and she also qualified at Bolarama. And a 3-6 for Lenora. $500 on the line for these two ladies. And she chops. And that gives her 42 through 3. Another good ball for Beverly Houston. Lays a 4 pin in the third. And she makes the spare. That will put her in the lead.
Line 1.
And a 3-pin for Beverly. Beverly has a high series of 762. Her high game is 290. And she makes a spare. Gives her 47 through 3 with a spare in the fourth. It's a 5-pin lead over Lenora Mullins. Lenora has a 721 high series, 268 is her high game. Leaves a 7-pin in the fourth. And she makes a 7-pin. And a 7-pin for Lenora. And a spare for Lenora. We'll be back with more action right after these words. And we're back at First State Lanes in the 5th frame. Beverly Houston, Bowers Gazette Handicap Singles Classic, the women's division, 170 and over average. And Beverly leaves the 610. Beverly was our final qualifier in our final weekend of the tournament at First State. It's our first year back, the Bowers Gazette Handicap Singles Classic. Entry count wasn't quite as good as we hoped, but we're looking forward to better things next year. And we certainly hope to see a lot more bowlers come out to participate. And we have a few new houses that we'll be going to next season. This season we traveled throughout the state, from Seaford to Dover to most of the houses in the Wilmington area. And a 10-pin for Beverly Houston. And a spare, made 10-pin. And Lenora Mullins comes up in the 6th. Interesting, in our earlier matches with the women 169 and under. The tournament leader was Helen Albright. And the men, the tournament leader for the 189 and under was her husband, Homer. And in this, Lenora Mullins is coming into this tournament. And the gentleman that she's engaged to will be up in the men's 190 and over. That's Jamie Spence. And a good shot for Lenora. Very close match, just 4 pins. 80 for Lenora, 84 for Beverly after 5. Both have a spare in the 6th. And a 4-7 for Lenora. And she makes her spare. Keeps the match close. There's $325 for first place. $175 is second place for these ladies. And Beverly gets a nice strike in the 7th. She's got a 6-pin lead through 6. Beverly Houston up in the 8th on lane 3 at First State Lanes. And a 5-7. She's not too happy with that. It didn't look like a 5-7. And she makes the spare. Good shot by Beverly Houston to keep herself into the game. And Lenora Mullins up in the 8th. And a strike for Lenora Mullins. Still a 6-pin game after 7. 118 for Lenora, 124 for Beverly. Lenora, however, is on a strike. It looked like a good ball. Leaves a 9. Spare for Lenora Mullins. These are 138 through 8 with a spare in the 9th. Very close match. Seven pin for Beverly Houston. Cuts the lead to 5. Important ball here for Beverly Houston. She needs to make this spare. And she does. She maintains her lead going into the 10th, the final frame of the women's division. Bowlers Gazette Handicap Singles Classic. 170 average and over. 10th frame. 5 pins separating the two bowlers. And a 6-pin. Beverly shook her head on that. She wasn't too happy. She pulled the ball and she knew it. And she makes her spare. She gets a decent count here. She's going to force Lenora to double in the 10th. And a nice strike to finish up the match. 182 for Beverly Houston. Lenora Mullins up in the 10th. She needs a double. Good ball, left to 10. Shooting the 10 pin. Lenora makes her spare. And she'll finish up. Now she gets her strikes, finishes up with a 177 and a 5-pin game. 177 for Lenora, 182 for Beverly. We'll be back with more right after these words.